So this is my bonus video for this week in which I explain my notebooks. There's 7. So I realize this is going to look like an ad for Hobonichi planners, but that's just because I really like their paper. I just sort of went all in this year. The main thing that I use is this A5 Cousin, and this has, which I talked a little bit about in my preview video. What I like about it is it has a monthly, has a weekly view, and then it also has a daily view. This is sort of the nerve center. This is where, because I have lots of various responsibilities that overlap with one another, and this is kind of how I figure out what my priorities are, what my time blocks are going to look like, and what my key to-do list is going to be. So this is really the to-do list and everything I need to check off and keep track of and just take notes on, and phone calls and all of that stuff. So I have another calendar in here, which is just a monthly. So all it is a day free Hobonichi, and I'm a very messy course planner. And so, I like to have stickies that I use to move around. So this is what I actually use to plan out what my classes are going to look like. And then at the back, there's some note pages. And so I put all of my ideas for assignments and how I'm going to structure the class in, there it is, it's hip hop structure. So anything that has to do with assignments or course outlines or readings, future planning, and getting a sense of like how the whole class is going to work, I put in here just so that it all stays in one place, because I tend to have lots of brainstorms about what I want to do for class, and I want to have them in one place near the dates. So I don't really reference this during the semester unless I have an idea. It's just mostly when I need to start planning for the next thing. So that's number 2. This is my research journal. And this is just for the book that I'm currently writing on college radio, which is why I have a 91 Rock sticker on the front. I give myself a sticker every day I touch the book. It doesn't matter if I just like open it up and like take a word out of a sentence. If I touch anything related to the book manuscript, I get a sticker. So that just keeps that forward momentum. So there's a weekly page as well. And in the weekly page, I just write down kind of what I focused on, what I accomplished. And then, if I'm going to have an interview, or, if I come up with an idea, or there's like a to-do list, I've used that in the notes side. Then in the back, this is a week's mega, and it has like 300 note pages in the back. And so this is where I plan out the big picture of like what I want to have done by when. And then I sort of write each month, I put in the status. Then, if I have to redo the plan, that is what I do. I redo the plan. Whoops, stickers falling out everywhere. I also have to-do list so that I can cross them off. And so this is when, if I'm in the week and I don't know what to do, I have a place I can go. This is also where, so I take a lot of sticky notes and I put them on notes from readings or ideas that I have in the archives. So this is where I put all the stray sticky notes as well. So for after a little while, I'm in a place where I'm reviewing things and I need to go back through. I go back and find all the sticky notes. I sometimes take reading notes and I'll put little tabs in there. But this is like my brain for the book. And all the ideas, all the brainstorms can go in here. And then I can also kind of look and see what I've been thinking about, what I've been doing. And so I don't feel like I get too lost in that sense that I'm not getting anything done. That I can actually, if I feel like I'm spinning my wheels, I can go back and look and see what I did and kind of have that sense of accomplishment that'll then propel me forward. So I love my little research notebook. The next 3 are all kind of personal, family oriented. So this is my journal that I write in each night. In the front, I just kind of write like what each day was. So my husband had to quarantine for a while. I wrote in like, the days of the quarantine. if I go somewhere, you know, quiet day at home, kind of whatever sort of the theme of the day is. And then, okay, this is really embarrassing. I'm going to admit this. In the monthly section, every night I write a haiku. They're really terrible. Nobody should ever read these because I am not a poet. Then in the daily pages, I just write my journal. And I also, in the back, keep a list of the fiction books that I read. I can't go to sleep at night if I don't read something that is far away from contemporary life. I like to read historical fiction, mysteries, sci-fi, fantasy. That's where I keep that list. Second memory keeping is my 5-year journal. And so this is more family oriented, more public oriented. At the beginning of each year, I'm going to put a photo of my children, and so I'll fill that in. This one starts this year. And so basically every day I go in and just write a little something. I have a little photo printer, and so I'll take the pictures of something that happened that day and put them in there, but I don't do that every time. You know, sometimes I just put a photo, and the idea is that by the end of the 5 years, I'll have like a nice little photo album with, like, I don't know. I thought it was fun, so I'm trying it. Last but not least, so it's another Hobonichi Weeks, and really I just wanted to get this case because I really liked it. I was going to do it as like a cleaning and homekeeping kind of thing, but it's really turned into an exercise log because the first month of 2021 I did 30 days of yoga with Adriene, and I gave myself a sticker, yes, every day, one of these nice little cherry blossom stickers. I didn't have quite enough, so I had to fill in with a different kind. And this was so satisfying. I was like, oh, that's what I'm doing for the rest of the year. So then I started a new running plan. So February, I got that one, and now we're into March. And so I am going with my plan, although, as you can see, it sort of fell off here. This is the day I fell down the stairs, so I didn't really do anything. So I gave myself a little heart sticker here. I'm taking care of myself. And then in the weeks, so when I was doing the yoga, I talked about that. But now that I'm training for a race in June, what I do is when I'm on a run, I try to take a photograph, even if it's just ugly. My daughter put a fairy sticker here. Sometimes it's pretty. I'll take a picture, and I'm making a little photo album of my running training. So I'll kind of watch as as spring blooms, my family go for a walk. So that's sort of the planner situation. I also have my, I guess it's a commonplace notebook. I put it in this fancy little cover. It's just a Hobonichi A5 grid notebook. And this is where all of the notes go. This is where, like, if I'm grading, I write down the papers as I'm doing it. This is where, if I go to an event, I take notes. This is, you know, if my kid has an appointment for his diabetes. This is sort of like the extra daily pages when I don't have room in the regular A5. I did try to keep sort of a bullet journal approach with a table of contents at the front so that if I need to go back and find something, I'll have a little bit of an index for how to get that. It is very messy, therefore I keep it in the fanciest planner cover. So that's it. Those are my notebooks. I hope you enjoyed it.